welcome to Nugg Talk.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Nugg Talk, a weekly podcast where we talk about everything going on in the NBA, and more specifically, everything going on with your Denver Nuggets. I'm once again your host, Loki, here once again with my co-host, Felipe. We got Felipe down. That's what it is.
You can call me Felipe, but I'm going to speak exclusively in Spanish.
You don't know Spanish.
I know un poco.
Is that a little bit?
Sí.
Okay. What do you know?
What do you want to know?
Say whatever you know.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Okay, everyone knows that. That's in every TV show ever.
¿Cómo te llama?
I don't know what that means.
What's your name?
Okay, well, fuck you.
Let's move on now.
Fine, you know some Spanish. Good for you. Let's move on to everything going. Well, since you know Spanish, it's actually very nice because guess who won the FIBA World Cup?
España.
España won. Our boy Juancho won, even though I did not expect that at
Me
all.
either.
But
kind of crazy.
Fucking won. They did it. First off, everything we said at all about the FIBA tournament just went straight to heck. Like, we were wrong every single time. Serbia didn't even give medal. United States didn't medal. And then we said that France would get there and Australia would probably get there. Both those teams lose to Argentina and Spain. And then it was Luis Scola versus Marc Gasol, and Spain won. So, yeah, Juancho is a gold medalist.
Good for him.
And Marc Gasol is the first international player to win a championship and an international tournament in the same year who is not an American. He's the first guy to ever do that.
That's awesome. Congrats to him.
Yeah, I mean, he got fucking lit because he always gets lit.
Always.
So.
He parties hard.
He partied hard in Spain, but I mean, yeah, they won. They kicked ass. Serbia finished 5th. I think USA got 6th or 7th.
I think they got 8th.
They might get, yeah, they did really
They
bad.
did bad.
Whatever, they did bad. Argentina got 2nd. Rubio won the MVP for the tournament, I think, for Spain, or at least MVP for that game. I don't know which one it was. But Juancho played really well. He looked pretty good in the tournament the whole time. Marc Gasol looks pretty good even for his age. And if he does end up going on a trade block, which is, just rumors, small rumors, if the Raptors do poorly, we should totally trade for Marc Gasol to be our backup center. We won't. But, I mean, if that's a possibility, that'd be sick. I would love Marc Gasol on our team. We'd have Jokic and Jokic Sr.
Yeah.
They're like the same guys. But yeah, that happened. Serbia was out of it and didn't go well. But like we said, Team USA, they really sucked dick. It was really bad.
They were trash this year.
They were pretty bad about just the whole tournament. They did really bad.
I have a feeling this means we're going to get like pretty much everyone for the Olympics, though.
Well, you would hope so, and it would seem like it's going that way. But, I mean, just before it's said and we move on, at least those guys tried. They did the best that they could do.
Yeah,
Like, they should have done better. They're still an All-NBA
They definitely
team.
should have done better. They have Kemba, who got All-NBA first team, didn't he? No,
he got, like, 2nd or 3rd.
Well, he's an All-NBA player.
He is.
Arguably the top 3 player in FIBA, probably.
Yeah, he was one of their top there, yeah.
Top 5, we'll say. I don't know for sure, but
Yeah, say top 5 just to be safe.
and he was clearly played worse than everyone else.
Was bad. The best player they had in the tournament was Donovan Mitchell, but even that, like he's good, but he takes too many shots, in my opinion. But he is good. He was the best player they had. Jaylen Brown did pretty good. Plumlee was there for some reason. I don't know. They got too many weird people that they didn't need. But like I said on the podcast before, because they look so bad and they look so poor, I did think that was going to cause more people to be on board for Olympics 2020, which you let me know is this summer, which is crazy to me. Doesn't make sense.
Came up quick.
It does come up quick, but that just seemed like that's such a quick turnaround. But either way, there you go. So Olympics 2020 is coming up, and we already have some people who confirmed. Damian Lillard confirmed today that he wants to do it. It doesn't mean he'll make the team, obviously, because Jerry Colangelo picks the team, and he said, I'm going to hold grudges, basically, for people who denied playing this year. I don't think Damian denied it, but maybe he did. I don't know. Jerry Colangelo was weird. He was like, I'm going to remember who said I don't want to do it.
He definitely denied it. Otherwise, he would be on that team.
Yeah, I just don't get it. It's just weird. I don't know. Jerry Colangelo said that. But Damian Lillard said he wants to do it. Draymond has said he wants to do it, or there's rumors that Draymond wants to do it. And then Steph Curry also said he's doing it because he's never been in the Olympics before, and he wants to be on the Olympic team. Mm-hmm. So what do you think of so far? We got 3 actual good stars, better than any player we had on that team.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll get more. I bet Anthony Davis joins.
Kawhi maybe.
Kawhi might. Paul George probably.
Paul George will.
James
Jimmy
Harden.
Butler probably will.
James Harden will.
James Harden will. Clay probably will.
Yeah, if Clay's healthy.
If he's healthy, yeah. I'm trying to think of other guys. There's probably, I mean, LeBron won't do it.
LeBron's too old to do it.
Yeah, I mean, he might, but he won't. Like, I doubt it. He'll be filming
Kyrie?
Space Jam 3.
Did we
yeah,
say
Kyrie should do it.
Yeah.
Kyrie probably do it. KD, if healthy, might do it, but I doubt it if he's healthy.
Not just including Team USA. I'm sure Joel will do it.
Yeah, I mean, the bigger name guys will do it. Joel will do it. Ben Simmons will probably do it for Australia. Wiggins will still not do it for Canada for some reason because he never does it for Canada.
Do you think Jamal will do it?
Oh, yeah, Jamal will do it. But, I mean, Jamal was going to do it this year, but then he got hurt. Like, it wasn't like a thing that Jamal wasn't going to. He was going to do it. I think RJ will do it. Maybe Zion will make Team USA because he was supposed to make this team, but he said no to it. So maybe if he's actually good, he could do it. But you'll see guys like Luka, Zion, Jokic will probably do it again.
Yeah. I think anyone outside of the USA is pretty much a lock if they're healthy to do
so
it.
They'll probably do it. But
especially with that 3v3 tournament.
Yeah, the 3v3 thing is the thing I'm excited for, to see who. I just don't understand how it works. Like, do you get multiple 3v3 teams, or do the USA have to pick their best 3v3 team?
I hope it's like when you get to like the elimination games, you have to like there has to be a way to determine it, because I don't want to watch 3 games of Team USA playing Team USA for medals.
Yeah, it could be that. Or it could be like the Big Three style. It could be 3 players, but you have like a bench, and then you can sub in and out. Maybe it's like Big Three style. Who knows?
Yeah.
I have no clue how they're setting that up. I'm just interested to see how that looks like. But then we some solid 3v3 teams. Serbia will have one. I think Joel's from Cameroon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will have a good one. Yeah, like get Pascal, him, and like Mbadamute, I think.
Canada will be decent.
Canada will be decent. Australia will have a good one.
Depending on how the teams are set up, I guess no. I guess I was gonna say, Kyrie could technically do Australia, but I don't think he can flip back and forth.
He can't flip back and forth. He already picked USA, so I think he's set on USA for like ever now. But yeah, so they got that going on, and we got big names going there, and one of those big names was Steph Curry, who was in the news this week for quite a few things, but, you know, most of it had to do with him announcing that he did want to be a part of the Olympics, which is cool. I'm excited that he wants to be a part of the Olympics because, you know, even though we don't like seeing him play the Nuggets, it'll be good to see him on Team USA. But he had an interview with Rachel Nichols where they came to, like, just basically brag about their new practice facility and arena. But during it, she asked him about the comments KD had about leaving and not feeling accepted. And it just seemed kind of disingenuous when he was talking about it. He was like, he made the best decision for himself. Like, obviously, I would want to still play with him. But
those like cliche things.
Yeah, it was just cliche things. And he's like, there's no hate or no, like, disrespect. But it seemed like he was kind of low-key pissed about it, just from what it seemed like when they were talking about it. But yeah, I mean, he did not seem happy about it. He was like, I'm not happy he left, but he did what is best for him, and you can't get upset that he did what was best for him. So, but then she went into asking about another part of the article that I forgot about when we talked about last week, where he talked about their style of play, and he said that's not a good style of play to win championships after like the first couple rounds, which is like passing the ball. And
yeah.
Steph was like, well, you know, everyone wants to play iso ball, but I rather have banners. And I was like, okay.
Wow. So some shade was thrown.
Yeah, it just seemed like they were not doing so hot there. So what do you think about it? What do you think about the comments he said about KD not thinking their style of play is winning basketball, and he basically wants to play iso ball?
I mean, he went to the right team for it, I guess. But that's probably why that team probably isn't going to win a championship.
I just think it's so weird that he came out and said that. I didn't even really notice that part in the article. I guess it didn't really mean that much, but it seemed like Steph Curry took offense to it. And I feel like those guys have a lot of animosity towards Kevin Durant. Because at least maybe not Steph Curry a ton, just because, you know, he's a nice little Christian boy. But Draymond Green has definitely, like, taken low-key shots at him. And, like, he's been nice in public, but I know that they don't like each other, most likely. Clay probably doesn't give a fuck because he's Klay Thompson. And Steph Curry just seems kind of upset probably about that comment that was said. But it's just like, I think KD has a point. I think iso ball is valuable in championship situations. Now, do I think that's all you should do? No, but I think it's valuable. And he's Kevin Durant. Obviously, he can score over fucking anyone. So
He wants to showcase that.
yeah, he just wants to be like, yeah, I can score over everyone. Fuck me passing the ball. Why would I pass the ball? I mean, it's the reason he left Russell Westbrook. He just wants the ball. Which is weird that he went to go play with Kyrie.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But maybe when they'll do a system of iso ball.
They'll probably do Cavs iso ball system.
Exactly.
You get 20, I get 20 possessions. That's what we're gonna do. But yeah, I thought that was weird. He talked about that. He seemed kind of upset, but I mean, KD's gone now. There's nothing they can do about it. And he said they still feel like they can win a championship because of their culture, which, like, they probably could, but, you know, I just don't see it happening because I still don't like the whole D'Angelo fit, which they didn't really talk about with him, but I just don't like the D'Angelo fit. But, yeah, he talked about that. We'll see if KD has the right way of playing basketball or the Warriors do. I think the Warriors do, but we'll see. I think they both have systems of working. If you're Kevin Durant, you should be able to play iso ball. But another thing that was reported, it's like a report of a rumor. It's not going to say this is actually a fair report, but Ramona Shelburne of ESPN said that if Giannis enters free agency this upcoming summer, Golden State's going to go after him, and he would consider it. What do you think about that? Do you want this to happen all over again?
I want to say that I don't buy it, but last time I said that, Kevin Durant signed with the Warriors. So if it happens, then it just shows what the NBA is now.
I mean, they'll have fucking cap space because that whole D'Angelo thing gives them room to have cap space because they can either trade him or just, I think, get rid of him because I think he only has like a 1-year deal. Or whatever the fuck he has. I just think that'd be so fucking frustrating if he actually ends up going there. So because of that, I want Milwaukee to make the goddamn finals because if they don't, I think it's very likely it could be a possibility just because, I mean, San Francisco or Milwaukee. No disrespect to Milwaukee, but people are most likely going to pick San Francisco in that situation, especially because they have the nice new arena, everything like that. He would be the star of that team, and he'd be the basically main guy going forward now because he'd be the only one really in his prime. The other guys are still young, but they're now starting to get outside of their prime. At least Steph Curry definitely is. He's in his 30s now. So, yeah, it'd be frustrating. I really don't want that to be the case. I hope he doesn't go to Golden State, but who knows? Giannis' free agency is going to be up in there. Toronto's a place that they might go after him. We don't have room to go after him, but if we did or somehow could make room, that'd be cool. We won't. But, yeah, we'll see where Giannis goes. What do you think Giannis is going to do? Early prediction, stays or he leaves?
Early prediction says he's going to stay, but I think it also depends on how the Bucks do. I think they have to make the finals or he's going to seriously consider leaving.
But we said that about Kawhi, and he still left, and he won a
Yeah, but
championship.
that's different. This team drafted him. Like, Kawhi was there for 1 year. It's a little different.
I mean, Giannis has said he wants to stay in Milwaukee forever.
Exactly.
But everyone says that.
And I know, but Kawhi never said he wanted to stay in Toronto. He just said he liked it there and stuff like that.
That's
you know?
true, but everyone says they want to stay wherever they want to stay forever. Russell Westbrook, I want to stay in Oklahoma City forever.
Well, yeah.
Not
I mean,
where he is.
if Giannis does leave, I would understand it. But if he goes to the Golden State, then I can't imagine any player would be like, oh yeah, I'll just do what KD did. Everybody loved him for it.
I don't think he cares about being loved. He probably just wants championships. But hopefully,
I guess.
it doesn't fucking happen. That would be a perfect fit for Giannis, though, because then he doesn't have to worry about shooting.
Yep.
Because he can do what he has to do, and then if he can't get in the lane, or if someone's like backing off him, he just like, well, I'm just gonna give it to Steph Curry. I'll give it to Klay Thompson. I'll give it to Draymond, who can maybe hit a three every now and then.
Yep.
So it would be a perfect fit for him. So that is another thing that's very worrying about it because he can't shoot, but the rest of that team can, so it would work. But we'll see how they do. It is based on how the Bucks go and do. I mean, they expect to be very good this season. Brook Lopez said that they expect to start right from where they ended last year and just keep having a good record and things like that. So we'll see how it goes. But I did not like hearing that report.
Me either. It's a little scary.
Pissed me off. I don't like it. Why can't we ever have a report that someone wants to come here? Come to Denver. I know we don't have cap space. Who cares? We'll make it. We'll make room.
It's just stupid. Let's hope he goes to the Raptors.
I mean, wherever he goes, he's gonna lose money. It also depends. He has to not get injured or anything because he has to make like an All-NBA team, which he will if he's not injured.
Yeah,
and then he can get a Supermax, which is like the most money that anyone. He would be the highest paid player in the NBA until obviously the next Supermax player comes along. But he'd be the highest paid player in the NBA if he gets on the Supermax eligibility. So that's something he has to consider as well. Will he be willing to give up all that money to go get a ring? So it just depends. We'll see how it goes. That is a long time for now, but I don't like these reports all the way fucking in September. What the hell? I don't like how they're hearing these things already. It's frustrating. But there was something funny that happened in the news. Well, not really the news, but something funny got posted on Lonzo Ball's stupid reality Facebook TV show that's still going on for some reason.
Ball in the Family?
Yeah, Ball in the Family.
What?
Dude, it's actually amazing television. It's really dumb. But so they filmed the whole issue that was revolving around Lonzo's agent, like stealing money from BBB, and then talking about how they can restore the image of the brand. Lonzo was saying we should change the name. LaVar was like, nah, fuck that. Big baller brand, never lost, baby. And he was like, but we just lost. He's like, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. I am your dad. And Lonzo was like, man, this thing's fucked. No one's buying this shit. This is just my version of it. I think it's way funnier this way. But then he was like, nah, fuck you. No one's liking you, how you play. You've been broken goods for the last 3 years. And I was like, oh, shit. He's speaking hard facts to his son. What do you feel about basically LaVar saying that Lonzo's been trash?
Let's be real. Like, there was a little bit of a... I mean, everybody knows what I'm about to say. People didn't like Lonzo because of his dad. If you didn't like Lonzo, it's because of his dad. And his dad's a joke. Like the joke company with shoes that fall apart if you walk in them. Like, he's an idiot. And, like, I feel bad for Lonzo that he's getting trashed on by his dad, even though he's in the NBA, and his dad doesn't even know how to run a business. So,
I mean, his dad... to his credit, he did make Big Baller Brand what it is because he just marketed Lonzo as much as he could, and he made Lonzo the number 2 pick when he definitely should not have been drafted over De'Aaron Fox. But thanks to LaVar, he has helped Lonzo in his life. But at the same time, what he said to him was, you've been damaged goods for like the past 3 years. But the reason that people believe Lonzo was injured all the time is because he had to wear those fucking shoes.
yep.
That broke all the time. So it's your own fault that he was injured and hasn't been able to reach his potential because he had to wear fucking shoes that were made in China, probably worse than the factories that other companies use. It wasn't probably even a factory. Could have, I don't know, but it definitely wasn't good quality shoes, and he had to change them all the time, and that's probably why he got injured, because if your shoes are tearing up during the court, you're most likely going to have ankle issues and leg issues and foot injuries, and that's what most of his injuries were. So I just thought it was weird. I think Lonzo needs to grow up and tell his dad to fuck off.
He does. He's, what, 22, 23?
He's probably like 23.
He's made already a millionaire, even without Big Baller Brand. He needs to tell his dad to...
He's 21, fuck.
Well, still, he's a millionaire. He needs to tell his dad to step back, and he's clearly, like... If you have to change shoes at halftime of every game, that's a problem. Wear Nikes, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so surprised he hasn't done a deal with Nike because he's still really good friends with LeBron. I thought they would have done it once the whole Big Baller Brand thing ended, but I guess probably Nike was like, well, we want to take Big Baller Brand, and LeVar was like, no, fuck you, that's my thing. LeVar probably ruined that shit too. But yes, he needs to get rid of LeVar. Not like entirely out of his life. It's still his dad. He still loves him, but like you just need him not have him be your business manager and handle business decisions because he obviously is too invested in the brand for himself. It's more he's living out his dream for his kids, which is not what you're supposed to do at this point. And then again, like when I'm Lonzo, I'm gotta be watching out for not only myself but my brothers. Like LaMelo's about to get into the NBA. You don't want LaMelo to have to deal with the same shit you dealt with. Like, and LaMelo's better. Like, yeah. I genuinely think LaMelo is better.
Seems like it.
I just think if you're Lonzo, you got to take the reins of the shit. Find a good agent. Go talk to Rich Paul. You know, be your buddy with LeBron. Go talk to Rich Paul. Say, Rich Paul, handle all my shit and handle all LaMelo shit. No one cares about LiAngelo because LiAngelo sucks. But handle LaMelo, all right? Like, you got to do that shit. I just thought that was a fucking hilarious video because LaVar is insane. But I don't know. You saw it. You thought it was funny, right?
It's hilarious.
Anyone who hasn't seen it, please go see it. It's really fucking funny.
Like, and then Lonzo just basically gives up at the end. He's like, all right, you win, whatever.
It's just fucked up.
Because there's no winning with that dude.
But it's just like, Jesus Christ, is your dad. Like, at a point, you gotta, like, stand up for yourself. Like, even, like, I would get pretty fucking pissed off if my dad called me damaged goods. I know he's my dad, but I would have been way more pissed than Lonzo was.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he got fucking disciplined pretty hard probably as a kid. Like, there's no way, like, you don't freak out when that's said to you. And he was... I mean, I know he knows there's cameras on him. And that could have also been a thing. This could have been kind of, like, overblown because it is a reality TV show and most of those situations are kind of fake. But, like, that's a hard thing to say to your kid, man.
Yeah, and I mean, I think also a lot of it is, like, partly because it is reality TV, but I think also Lonzo I think he just knows how to handle this dude. He's known him for 21 years. Like, he knows that LaVar is batshit, so...
That's insane. I'm so glad he's not my dad every day. Thank God he's not my dad.
Everybody thank God that LaVar Ball's not your dad every day.
That would be the worst thing of all time. But you know, Phil, big baller brand, never lost. That is a good slogan. I do like that slogan. But now on to a thing that was very fucking dumb this week. I really hated it. It was really stupid. There was a Denver Nuggets article, and I was like, "Oh, this might be interesting." Someone actually wrote an article about us, and then I read it, and I'm like, "What is this bullshit?" So there was an article posted by, I'm gonna get his name,
Michael Pena,
where he said the case for Denver Nuggets skepticism. Do you just want to go into it a little bit, Phil, and your opinions on it? Because, oh my God,
I read the article. It got posted on multiple sites. There's one called the case for Denver Nuggets skepticism, and then another one that he tweeted out on his Twitter saying, "I don't believe in the Denver Nuggets." And it's literally just the stupidest article I've ever read in my life. It's saying that the Nuggets peaked last year, essentially, even though they had the most games missed due to injury. He said Jamal Murray is like a 14-year-old learning to drive a Lamborghini. He's always going at like one speed and like yada yada yada. He just so many uninformed takes, and it's just crazy. And he actually wrote an article last year saying that the Nuggets are essentially trash and weren't going to make the playoffs. And then look what happened.
Yeah, I just don't get it. I read some of it, and some of it, like, I have at least some idea where I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. Maybe. Like, he talked about Jokic, and he said Jokic can never actually excel into, like, the next level of, like, upper echelon star until he learns how to play defense. All right, fine, sure. But at the same time, he's still an amazing player. Like, we all know he can't play defense, and he's still got top 4 in MVP, even if he learns a little bit. He doesn't have to be a fucking defensive player of the year like Rudy Gobert. I don't get what that was, but, like, I get it. Jokic doesn't play defense. Fair point. The other fair point where I was like, okay, yeah, we paid Jamal the max, and we gave him a lot of money, and that is a gamble, and it does put some strain on cap. But at the same time, like, who the fuck else are we going to get at point guard? Like, who else are we going to get a point guard that has as high as an upside as Jamal Murray and also is as good as Jamal Murray right now? There was no one. We couldn't get anyone. So, like, what are you talking about, man? Like, Jamal... Not just that he's our only option. I'm not saying that's why we did it, but like it was kind of he's our only option, but it's also a good option for right now to take the gamble on. He had a good playoffs.
He has the potential.
He's shown potential in games like the game against Boston, Game 2 against the Spurs. He's shown games where he can go off and take over games. Now, granted, it is a lot of fucking money, but hopefully he, capitalizes on it. And then the same thing is like he was like, oh, there's going to be cap strain with the Millsap stuff and Malik, and yes, there will be. But at this point, it doesn't fucking matter. Like this is our team, and it's good, and it got to the second round of the playoffs.
It's not even in their prime yet.
They're not even in their fucking prime yet. Like, I just thought that article was fucking ridiculous. I couldn't believe it. Now, granted, we are very biased in this conversation, but I just think it's kind of insane that he thinks there's so many reasons for why we won't be able to learn how to win on the next level. Granted, even if we are really good and we prove the things wrong that he said, it doesn't guarantee us a championship at all, by no means. But I don't think we're as bad as this guy thinks we are. And also, he related us to the Celtics. I don't even think we're anywhere close to what the Celtics were, because we don't have a star like Kyrie Irving who ruins chemistry. This team has the best chemistry of all time.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, not all time. One of the best chemistry teams.
They have great. They love each other. They play for each other, and they pass. They move the ball. It's good.
They're already best friends with Jeremy Grant. I almost said Jeremiah again. But they're almost friends with Jeremy Grant. It's just like, what are you talking about? And also, they said Murray is not ready for the vital role they need him to fill. We don't need him to fill a vital role. At least not right now. Eventually, we would hope that he's our number 2 or 3 option, depending on, again, the MPJ stuff. But, like, right now, this is Jokic's team. We don't need Jamal to go out there and do anything that we don't need of him. We just need him to get, like, 20 points. That's it.
Yep, exactly. It's unbelievable.
I just thought this article was, again, crazy. Especially just so much Jamal hate in it. It was like, I mean, I hope Jamal uses this, to be honest. But it was just so much Jamal hate towards him. And then he was saying, like, at some point maybe we need to blow this up for flexibility, and Tim Conley needs to, like, look for other options. It's like, okay, they're still young. We got to at least test it out for, like, a couple years. But he did say Malik Beasley is good, so at least he likes Malik Beasley, I guess. I just thought it was insane to have that much issues with us going into playoffs. Now, I get that he's trying to say, like, we are going to be the showcase for why you can't go from good to great, but I just think that's, like, that's rough, man. That's mean. That's some mean stuff here, but
everybody loves to hate on small market teams like the Nuggets, and, like, this guy, he has a history of doing this. I don't really get why, but he does.
I mean, he also talked about Paul Millsap's age, but, like, we already are aware of Paul Millsap's age. I think that's why we traded for Jeremy Grant. I still think we'll have options to do stuff in free agency next year to hopefully get, I mean, not an all-star power forward, but hopefully a decent power forward. Like, we are aware of Paul Millsap's age. It's not like we're not. We know what we have to deal with Paul Millsap. And, yes, we're probably going to have to pay Malik Beasley, but it just depends on how Malik Beasley does this season, because obviously we didn't give him the extension, and I don't think we're going to give him the extension by the time the deadline passes. So we're probably just going to put a tender on him, make him restricted, and then see what someone's willing to pay him, and then match it. That's probably what we're going to do.
Yep, looks like it.
And Juancho's probably gone. Plumlee's gone. Millsap will be gone next year, so that's some cap space.
Does that open up cap space for us to improve our team so Michael Pena can find another reason to shit on us?
That was really
He's an idiot.
I mean, yes, Steph. Jamal is not Steph. Gary Harris is not Clay. But, you know, at some point, maybe they could be. I think it's worth to pay on the gamble. I don't know. Let's just prove this guy wrong. I think as all Nuggets fans, that's what we can say. We're going to try to prove this guy wrong because we think our team is actually very good. Yes, they're still young. Yes, they made some silly mistakes last year. Yes, Jamal's getting a lot of fucking money, but hopefully he'll make it worth it and he'll prove everybody wrong. I believe in my fucking team. I'm just saying.
Me too.
But
and they're not gonna. I mean, I hope they read this article. To be honest, they don't care about this article, but I hope they read this article.
I mean, I want Jamal to read. I want everyone to read it. I want fucking Mike Malone to put that up on, like, the first day of training camp and be like, read this, look at this shit.
It wouldn't surprise me if he did.
Mike Malone would be like, look at this. We're gonna tell this guy to fuck off.
we're gonna make this guy lose a job, which he already should have.
That's what we're gonna do. So, I mean, yeah, they should use it for motivation because at this point, like, I mean, we're the only team that didn't add stuff in free agency, so that is a little bit scary. But like I said on this podcast many times, we are supposed to get better based on them just getting better as basketball players because they are young. So hopefully these guys prove it and actually worked on their game and all brought something new and improved in ways that will make our team better and hopefully reach the conference finals. I know that would be hard to do because no matter what, it's going to be hard to do. It's the West. Even if we get way better, it's still the Western Conference. You have to go through LeBron James. You have to go through Kawhi Leonard. You have to go through James Harden, or you have to go through the Jazz or Trailblazers.
Or the Warriors, too.
Or the Warriors. There's a lot of teams that you have to go through. So, yeah, it's going to be hard, but it's never supposed to be easy to win a championship. So let's go out and prove them wrong. That's all I'm saying. Okay, I'm glad we ranted that. Is that all you have to rant? Is there anything left?
No, I'm good. Otherwise, it won't be very appropriate.
Alrighty. So that's our rant for that. And now just like a few last things to touch up on Nuggets news related. For some reason, we signed Tyler Zeller to a training camp contract. Don't know why, but we did. Training camp starts October 1st. It's very soon. It's coming up. So that'd be exciting. But yeah, Tyler Zeller's on the training camp roster now, which is another weird addition, including the Tyler Cook and that other guy. I forgot his name.
I don't remember.
There's another guy. We got another guy from the G League. Yeah, so another weird addition. Thought that was weird. Gary Harris is officially he's going to have dreads, and he's going to wear a headband. That is happening. Did you see it?
Yes, I saw
He looks
it.
freaking great. I'm so excited for this new Gary. Based on that alone, Gary's going to pop off this year.
I hope so.
I just think he looks great with it. It's finally nice. I also think it's funny because this is the first year. NBA 2K was trash this year for the most part. But they fucked up Jokic. They got him back to looking appropriate now. They fixed him. But they actually got Gary Harris right for once. And I like how Gary Harris changed his hair. So now they won't change his hair. So he's going to look like old Gary Harris and not new Gary Harris. Mm-hmm. I just think that is really funny. And then the last thing is they did a 25 under 25 list on, I think it was fansided.com. And we are one of only, I think, 7 teams that have 2 players on that. So it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And they also did other lists as well. They did Sports Illustrated Top 100. Jokic was 9. He was again behind Joel Embiid. Gary and Jamal and Millsap all made the list. They were all in different places. I think Gary was in the 40s, and then Millsap and Jamal were in the low 80s, 90s range for top 100. And then they also did a thing on Bleacher Report for best backcourts in the NBA. We got 5th. It's pretty good.
It's good.
And I do agree with that we should be 5th. I don't agree with their list because they had Harden and Westbrook below Steph and D'Angelo. I was like, what the fuck? But the first one was, what is his name? CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard, which I do think is the best backcourt because they just have a lot of cohesiveness.
Yeah, without Clay, yeah.
Yeah, without Clay, but they fucked us up, so. But we were 5th. I'll take fucking 5th. 5th was nice. Yeah, so that's all the lists that went on for the news. Anything you want to add on those things I said?
No, I don't think so. I think that's what's kind of exciting about Jamal Murray and Gary Harris. You know, according to that wonderful guy, Michael Pena, he doesn't think Jamal's very good, even though he's 22 and already in part of a top 5 backcourt. So, but, he sucks. So
I mean, I get some of the Jamal hate. Jamal pisses me off.
Jamal needs to develop, but
I get it. But
let him develop.
Yeah, he's younger than me. I get it. All right, I'm 23 and the kid's younger than me, and he can play basketball better than most of the people in the NBA. So I'm happy with that. He's a good point guard. I'll take it. Even if he doesn't turn into an all-star, still a very good point guard. Yes, it'll be a waste of money, but
yeah. But I think he'll be an all-star at some point.
That'll be hard to do, but he could be all-star level. We'll say that.
We'll see.
Making an all-star team is really hard when you're a point guard and you're in the Western Conference.
That is true.
But yeah, alrighty. So there's that, and now we'll go into our topic. Like I said last week, we're gonna start doing a weekly thing where we talk about one starter, one bench player, and talk about one thing that they can improve on. And last week we did Paul and Mason. This week we're gonna go more to the small forward position. We're gonna do Will Barton and Malik Beasley. So who do you want to start with, Willie Barton or Malik Beasley?
I guess Will Barton.
Okay, we'll start with Will Barton. Phil, what is something Will Barton can get better at?
Tunnel vision.
Yeah, he does have tunnel vision.
And sometimes that's a good thing, but I think my main point with that is if he's hot, then go for it, take some shots, but he also needs to know when he's not. I've seen him throw up a 3, clank it off the side of the backboard, next possession, throw up a 3, clank it off the side of the backboard type deal. He needs to know when enough is enough, and he needs to pass the ball. I I think it's kind of known that I'm not the biggest Will Barton fan. But I think if he knows his role, he is a very valuable player, but he thinks he's one of the best players on this team, and frankly, he is not.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely not one of the best players on the team. He is valuable to be a starter in the league. Now, if he's valuable enough to be a starter on our team, that is up for debate. There's people who say Torrey Craig. There's people who think Malik Beasley might take it over. And then, obviously, MPJ. If MPJ is really good, he should take it over. But we don't know what MPJ is as of right now. But what we do know is what Will Barton did last year. He was injured for most of last year because on the very first home game, he fucked up his leg, which did obviously hurt him and took a while for him to get back into rhythm. And he never really got into rhythm for what Will Barton usually is. But he did average 11 points, 4 rebounds, I'll basically say 3 assists. It's 2.9 assists per game. Last year in 43 games, he shot 40% overall, 34 from 3, 77 from free throw, and his per efficiency rating was 11, which is not that great. One thing I would say that he needs to get better at is just overall consistency, because his consistency is fucking terrible.
Yep.
I can't deal with either having Will Barton or Thrill Barton. I just want Thrill Barton. Thrill Barton's fun. When he's playing like Thrill, it's amazing. Our team's probably unstoppable when he's playing like Thrill Barton.
Exactly.
But when he's playing like Will Barton, he does what you talk about, and it's a lot of bad shots, a lot of trying to find his groove because he's going to shoot until he finds it, a lot of tunnel vision sometimes. Granted, he's not in there to pass and things like that. He is in there to get some buckets, but it's just get better at it, be more efficient. So hopefully if he can be more consistent and raise that from 11 to what he averages for his career, which is 14, then he'd be worth it. And maybe he could, because he is now not on an injury. He had the summer to train, get back into a groove, hopefully come into this year, be better. There's a possibility for it. But it's just will he commit to doing that? I don't know if he will commit to actually being a consistent player, playing in his role, and not taking stupid shots. Do you think he can commit to being a team-first guy?
We will see.
If he doesn't, I will say this again, and I know there's people who like Will Barton, but if he doesn't, and if he plays bad, either fucking trade him or bench him for whoever's better. Mm-hmm. I don't know who's going to be better.
You have a lot of wings. So
too many wings.
Exactly.
We have him. We have Vlatko. We have MPJ. We have technically Malik because he can play shooting guard or small forward. We have Torrey. It's 5 people. Technically, you can add Jeremy Grant to that too.
Exactly.
It's too many people. 6 people who can play small forward. It's a lot. I just don't understand. I fully believe, and I think you do as well, that he's going to start at the beginning of the season. I don't think there's any reason that he wouldn't, unless he just really sucks in preseason or someone's really good in preseason. But I don't think that's going to be the case. Then again, he is also, from what I hear, he is a good leader at least.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like everybody likes him a lot. So.
Yeah, I mean, everyone likes him. Thomas Wessel loved him, even though he's gone now. Bye-bye, Thomas. We miss you. But he looked like, Thomas Wessel literally looked like the guy from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the OG one, not the new one. Oh, yeah, the Johnny Depp. He looked like that old guy, white guy who played Charlie. Forgot his name, but that's what he looks like. If you don't think so, look it up. I promise you, you'll see the resemblance. But yeah, I think Will Barton is just. Do you know his middle name's Denard?
Will Barton?
Yeah, it's William Denard Barton.
All right.
And it has his nickname as the People's Champ, but that's not his nickname.
It's Will the Thrill.
It's Will the Thrill. What the fuck? All right. Whatever. But yeah, so you say Will Barton not have tunnel vision. Do you want him to pass more and get assists, or you just want him to be more efficient?
A little bit of both. I honestly think when he was essentially our point guard for was that 2 years ago?
He was a while ago, yeah. I think 2.
It wasn't terrible. I think he has some ability to do that. I don't want that to ever be his focus, but I think he needs to. I just think he needs to raise the basketball IQ. I want you to be oh, okay, I'm guarded. This guy has a good matchup. I'm gonna pass to him instead of go try and be Thrill and then end up being Will, which he did a lot. And I don't think he has to like seek out an assist or anything, but
That's fair. And to be honest, Will Barton, when he's been with us, has actually been really fucking good. Last year was his first really bad year with us.
yeah.
His first year, he had 11, but he was like still kind of young. He was still trying to figure out. He didn't even play that many games because he came off the trade. Then the next year, he had 14 points. Then the year after that, he went down to 13. But then he went up to 15 the year before this past year. So he was doing really good.
Yeah, he had some good seasons with us.
And he had 4 assists that year prior. So he was really good, and he deserved the money we gave him that summer. But now he doesn't, so he needs to prove it again, which maybe he can. Maybe that injury really fucked him up.
Yeah, I mean, it did kind of derail his whole season. So hopefully he has a chip on his shoulder as well. So
Yeah, and I think he knows that his job is on the line and that he could get traded off the team because he is the most, in my opinion, him and Mason, because of their 1-year contracts. Well, not Will Barton. Will Barton doesn't have a 1-year contract. Mason's probably the most Mason's probably the most appealing guy for a trade. But after that, it's probably Will Barton because he is still a pretty good player. And now, that's the last thing you got on Will Barton, right? Nothing else?
yeah,
All right, now we'll go on to the young boy, Malik Beasley. Let's see, what does it has as his nickname? It has the Mutant as his nickname. Basketball References put the Mutant as his name. He did say he is a mutant, so.
I like Malik Threesley better, but
Malik Beasley is pretty good.
or Beasley.
Beasley makes sense because that could also be a mutant thing because it's like the X-Men. It
Yeah.
should be Beasley.
Beastly.
It also tells you how to pronounce his name, Malik. I don't know why.
Malik. Got it.
But yeah, let's go on to Malik Beasley. What do you think Malik Beasley can do? What can he improve on? You already know what I'm gonna say.
Since I know what you're gonna say, I'm gonna say something different. I think I'm gonna say for him is expand the game a little bit. I think he needs to. He's kind of basically been a 3-point shooter and a dunker. I don't know. Add something else.
Mid-range.
Add some mid-range. Add some dribble moves.
Add
Just
some fades. Add some stuff, bro.
become a bigger offensive threat. That's kind of what. Yeah, I'll go with that.
That's fair. He can improve his offensive game. He's still very young. It's gonna be his 4th season.
Exactly.
Which is insane. That's only his 4th season, and he didn't really even play his first season or second season. Well, actually, second season he did play, and he was not good. He had a huge improvement from the second season.
He jumped up. It was crazy.
He went from 3 points to averaging 11 points. He basically averaged as many points as Will Barton. He just didn't assist as much or rebound as much, but that's also because he played less minutes. But yeah, Malik did really good. Ever since he had a kid, he became fucking amazing. So let's all be happy for Makai, because Makai made Malik amazing. We're proud that you're have a kid. I don't think he's engaged or anything, but good job having a kid with your girlfriend. Proud of you. It's very good for you. But one thing he needs to fucking improve on, and it pissed me off so much during the year and just throughout the playoffs. He got a little bit better in the fucking playoffs, but just in general, his fucking defense and his defensive switching, his defensive IQ is terrible. There was literally, and I will always say this, there was a play when him and IT were together, and there was 2 back screens going. It was both their guys, and they both followed the same guy. And then the other guy went and got an open 3. And I was like, what are you doing? One of you said switch, and one of you didn't. And it could have been IT's fault, but either way, don't do that.
Yep.
He got better in the playoffs, but I do think, again, that he got better just because in the playoffs you learn basically everyone's plays because you play them so much, especially these guys, because we played the Spurs 7 times. We played the Trailblazers 7 times. And from what I've heard from NBA players, basically after Game 3, you know everyone's plays.
Yeah.
Like after Game 3, you know what they're going to run. They know what you're going to run. Maybe even after Game 2 for some people. So for like guys like LeBron and Jokic after Game 1, you know everything they're going to do.
Exactly.
Like I think that helped. So he actually understood what they wanted to do. So he knew how to switch. He knew what to do. He knew who to hedge. He knew who to close out on. He knew who to go over on. He knew to go under screens. I think that helped. Now if he could just do that more periodically through the regular season, I think that would make him way better, and it would also improve his viability to become a starter. Now, I don't think he will become a starter, but if he did, it has to be on the defensive end, because I think offensively he's doing really good. And like you said, he'll probably learn new things. He'll probably learn how to drive better. He'll learn how to get be better finisher, and that's not just dunking, more like creative layups like Gary can do and Jamal can do. He'll learn how to maybe do floaters. Maybe he'll learn better handles, learn how to pass more. Who knows? We'll see what Malik gets better at. But if he gets better defensively, he can make a case for starting. Because if you can't play defensively, we're not going to start you unless your name's Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray is the only one who gets a pass for not playing defense.
Yep.
Because we can't have two people who don't play defense. Like, Will Barnes not great at defense, but he's better than Malik Beasley.
That's true.
And even then, I don't like Will Barnes starting, so I would prefer Torrey Craig. And you have to, if you want to get a spot over Torrey, you have to be a better defender. You're already better at scoring than Torrey Craig, but Torrey's by far a better defender than anyone we have on the bench. So I think if he just got better defensively, that's all he has to do. But will he get better defensively? Who knows? Phil, you think he could get better defensively?
I think he has the ability to. I think he's like one of the guys that like I think is kind of like considered to have the ability to be a 3-and-D guy. So maybe, but time to start improving.
Yeah, it's time to start improving. And actually, there looks like there's an article on Fansided where they had 3 bold predictions for Malik Beasley this upcoming season. You want to hear the 3?
Sure.
First one, he joins the 50-40-90 club, which he was very close to. He could totally do this.
Yeah.
So I think he could do it if he just gets closer. I think he was just off from the field because he shot 47% from the field last year. He shot 40% from 3. And he shot 84% from free throw. So he's very close. That is something that he could do. He should try for that. But I've also said Jamal Murray should strive for that. Those are 2 things those guys should strive for. They both are very good at doing that type of thing. So that's one that they said. Another one is he averages 15 points per game. You think he could do that?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't fucking think so.
You don't think so?
No, I mean, depending on minutes.
Yeah, it depends on minutes. If he like takes the 6th-man spot, I could see it.
Yeah, but will he take the 6th-man spot? We have so many forwards.
That's true.
There's so many people who need to play. If he starts, he could definitely do it. If he gets the 6th-man spot, he could definitely do it. But the 6th-man spot last year was either Plumlee or Monte Morris. Who is our 6th-man? We don't even know. So many people it could be. I don't think he'll average 15. Hopefully he averages more than 11, but I think 15 is a stretch. I'm going to go with more around like 13, if anything.
That's fair.
And then the last one is the thing that we said. He becomes a starting small forward, which is a possibility. He could.
If he becomes a starting small forward, then I can see him averaging 15.
Yeah, I mean, he would have to do that, I think,
Yeah.
to get 15. But there's no other way he could get 15. But then again, there's so many people vying for this spot. It's between him, Will Barn. Some people will say Jeremy Grant. I don't think that's a good option, but some people will say that. I think Jeremy should stay behind Millsap. Him, Jeremy, Torrey Craig, Will Barn, and fucking MPJ. There's 5 guys who are basically vying for this.
Yeah.
It's just like there's going to be a lot of competition. Those first couple games are going to matter a lot for our rotation. It's going to be insane.
Mm-hmm.
And those first couple games, thankfully, they're not good against really good teams.
Yeah.
They help out a lot. And preseason, just in general, will help out a lot, too. But I don't know. Maybe Malik could get the starting job. I would like it if Malik got the starting job. I wouldn't mind if he did, because then it would make sense to pay him this summer.
Yeah, exactly.
He would have to get it, but I don't know if he will. I guess maybe that's what they're betting on, too, because they did not give him the extension. So we'll see how they do. This depends. You got anything else to add on our boy Malik the Mutant Beasley?
No, I don't.
The Mutant Beasley. That's good. We're going to go with that. We're making nicknames for them. His middle name is John McHale.
John McHale.
I think that's how you say it. Yeah, I'm going to go with John McHale.
Or John Michael.
No, it's with a K-A-L. Look at that. John McHale.
Yep.
Or Macau. I don't know. Whatever your middle name is, Malik. Interesting. Alrighty. Well, that's all we got on those 2 guys for this week. As we say, they're both pretty good players. I do think they can both improve on the things that they did poorly on last year, and hopefully they do, because that's how we'll get better and prove Michael Pena wrong. Is that his name? I think it was.
So, yeah.
Fuck Michael Pena. What a dumb article. Jesus Christ. But yeah, that's all we got for this week. Phil, is there any last things you want to add?
Hope that we can watch the Nuggets this year.
Yeah, there's still no update on that. I have no clue what's happening for that, but we'll figure it out. I mean, the Avs had a pretty preseason game last night, so some people have to watch somehow. So I don't know what they're doing. Maybe there is a way to watch. Maybe I don't know. I have no fucking clue. But in the meantime, hopefully they figure something out. If they do the Amazon thing, cool. If they do Hulu, cool. Just get it done. But yeah, we still got a while away, so hopefully they figure something out before October, or the end of October, I guess, is when games actually start. But yeah, well, that's all we got for you guys this week. Thank you for listening. Thank you for, letting a friend know. If you do let a friend know, subscribe, make sure to comment. We always like to see those. And then we'll get back to you guys next week.
Go Nuggets.